One of the things that I have learned um, in my 47 years of being on this planet, one of the main, I guess, really goals or one of the main objectives of being a human being is, apart from soul maturation, um, is connection with as many things as you possibly can, your environment, the people around you. Um, and as of late, the emphasis has been on the people. People were trying to incorporate the environment with the global warming and weather patterns changing and all that stuff. But there's a real division when it comes to connection with people. It has almost become unbearable because you have many agents, many actors working against that, and that is what they're designed to do. Which brings me to tonight's subject matter of Whoopi Goldberg. And I know you guys, or most of you, are familiar with their show. I've heard them referenced as the Cackling Hens on a couple of channels. But the View or the Spew, I've stomached through a few episodes because of their extremely divisive rhetoric. Now, granted, you have a couple of them, Sarah Haynes and what is the other lady's name who says she's a Republican? Hold on a second, I'll look it up here. Bear with me. Alyssa Fair Griffin, that's who it is. I didn't have to actually do that. I just had to give my brain time to catch up. Who have been going against the norm. Let's hate Trump at every turn, blah, 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 blah. Even though he's literally following the playbook of the Democrats. I have proof of that. I have documentation of it. Hillary Clinton, Obama, spouting the same crap that he's doing and was 100%. And, Hillary talking in 2008 to come across this video of her talking about if she was to become president, she's going to bomb Iran because they don't need to make nuclear weapons. We got Trump doing it, and all of a sudden he's a war criminal, which is a bunch of bullshit. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of the weakness in this country. And it's because of people like Whoopi Goldberg that exists. And people allow people like that to push them to that point. A motto that I live by is let your heart drive you, but your mind guide you, because you cannot navigate this world on pure emotion. It's an impossibility. You end up with liberals. That's what you get. The liberal cast of people in any country at this point. And it's a detriment. It's a detriment to a logical and methodical life path, because you can't be on one when you're being driven by pure emotion. And here we have Whoopi Goldberg spouting pure trash about how the black community has it just as bad in this country as the people of Iran, as the citizens of Iran. And everyone has access to the internet. You got your phone in your hand. You have access to the internet. Google it. I dare you to Google it and try to compare it. Try to find similarities to this country and what people of color here deal with and what the people of Iran deal with. I dare you. Good luck. It does not exist. And I'm so sick and tired of this divisive ass bullshit that comes out of these people's mouths. And I know people are going to be like, oh, it's a white man talking about a black woman. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. Because I don't give a shit what your skin color is. I don't have a problem with that at all. It doesn't bother me. I don't care what your sexuality is. I don't care what gender you identify as. I don't care who you fall in love with. I don't care who you're attracted to. None of that shit matters. But you being a shit-starting individual, a feckless, useless human being, especially when you're a multimillionaire and you want to talk about oppression, really? Like that's what you're going to do? You're going to sell a load of shit that this country is so systemically racist and misogynist that it's just overran. That's why, she's touted the crap. That's the reason why Kamala Harris lost the presidential election. No, it's because she's horrible. She's a shitty politician. She sucks at her job, and she's lazy. 100%. I don't give a damn what your skin color is. It could be Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton's just crooked as hell and is a worthless POS as far as I'm concerned. We've had male presidents that are just as bad. Joe Biden was mentally freaking burnt out, which is why he ended up with the job to begin with. But moving on. Whoopi Goldberg is just trying to sell a shit sandwich to the country still touting this BS. I mean, it's pretty bad. Bill Maher has his moments, but there's been him and a couple other people that have come around to using logic, being logical, and not being driven by emotion and seeing facts for what they are. Let's see the actual facts. Feelings are not facts. Feelings can be fortified or disproven by fact, but feelings are not facts. That's not reality. So, without further ado, let's just get into this clip. You'll see what I'm talking about.
The Iranians literally throw gay people off of buildings. They don't adhere to basic human rights.
Listen, here's the thing. Let's not do that, because if we start with that, we have been known in this country to tie gay folks to the car.
I'm sorry, but where the Iranian regime is today in 2025 is nothing compared to the United States.
Hanging black people. So
it is not even the same. I couldn't step during this.
Wait. That's not what you mean to say.
Now, see, look, this is what I'm talking about. Whoopi Goldberg is just, this woman is unhinged. She's referencing these past atrocities that don't take place anymore. We don't hang black people. We don't drag gay people behind cars. Did those things happen? Well, absolutely. Were they horrible? Yes, they were. The Iranian people still prosecute you, and not just persecute, but they prosecute you if you are homosexual. That still happens. That's still to this day happens. Also looked up because I come across an article talking about all these different things that because I wanted to see what all the human rights issues and stuff there were in Iran. Last year, in 2024, 975 people were executed. Now these people were criminals, but it's the highest. So they say they were criminals, but it's the highest count since 2015. At least 31 women were reportedly executed last year in Iran, up from 22 in 2023. Of the 19 women, they were for murder. 9 had been convicted of killing their husbands in cases involving domestic violence or forced or child marriage in areas which Iranian women have no legal protections. That does not exist in this country. That's not reality in this country. Whoopi Goldberg and the fucking clapping seals of the audience. And I apologize for my cousin. I'm at a breaking point with some of these people, and she's one of them. And it hurts my heart because I used to love Whoopi Goldberg. I remember from when I was a kid, I saw her in The Color Purple. I remember Jumpin' Jack Flash, and she and her one other character in Star Trek Next Generation were my most beloved characters. She played Guinan, this very wise alien woman who had lived for centuries and had all this wonderful insight and compassion and humanitarian, ways about her. But she was logical too. Granted, it's a character, yes, I know, and it's fake and all that stuff. But a lot of actors relate to the characters they portray. So I figured that would have that at least some of that would be, this woman in reality, and it's not. She's unhinged. She says some of the most off-the-wall crap I've ever heard in my life. And she's the main host of this show? Like, what? And then I saw an article where she's going to be off the show for the needs to be. She needs to be off completely. You have Alyssa Farrah Griffin and Sarah Haynes trying to speak logic and rationale into this cast. Sunny Hostin is also
on some straight BS. They're both these multi-millionaire victims that just deal with racism all the time in their lives, which is a bunch of crap. I do not believe it. Not in the slightest. I don't. Does racism exist? Yes, it does. 100%. Misogyny exists. Minorities being looked down upon, but there's also a lot of programs that are designed for nothing but minorities. A lot of things out there to help minorities and have been for decades. There's also ones designed to keep them down, like welfare. Welfare is designed to keep poor people poor. Period. I've needed help before. I've had to use food stamps. I've had to get help with rent, rental assistance on HUD housing while I was going to school. And you can't work and expect to get anything from that. That's the catch-22. You can't try to better yourself, because that's not the point of it. It's not the point of welfare. It's to keep broke people broke, keep you under the thumb of the government. But a lot of people don't want to see that, you know. And then you got defective, feckless morons like this woman on here touting this BS, playing victim. All black people just got it so bad in this country when it's the greatest damn country on the planet. Why do you think everyone's trying to get in? It's slapping you in the face. Millions of people migrate to this country every year. Millions. They're not trying to get out. They're trying to get in. Why is that? Because it's the greatest country on the planet, especially if you're a minority. Go check it out somewhere else. It's not as great as you think. Now, granted, there's some places that are still good. I'm not saying that there aren't. But, the mass amounts that are trying to migrate into the United States, every place else pales in comparison from what I've researched and learned. And this crap right here, it's just that. It's crap.
Is the same.
No, it's not. The year 2025 in the United States is nothing like if I step foot wearing this outfit in Toronto.
Killed for I'm sorry.
Well, they look like
listen,
I can't have my hair showing. I can't wear a skirt. I can't have my arms out.
I'm telling you, as
I literally said it was up to the Iranian people.
Yes, it is up to them. And that's why I am saying that it is the same. Murdering someone for their difference is not good, whoever does it. It's not good. So that's...
And so this is what I'm talking about. She's talking about murdering someone for their difference. There's the thing I just learned about called femicide. I've never heard of that. Never come across that terminology. Never had to, because we live in America. It's not a relevant term in this nation. But it is in Iran, where they kill women because they're women. Because women have no rights over there. Zero. They kill them because women are their girls for a multitude of reasons. All because they have a vagina. These countries are not the same. Iran is not the same as the United States of America. The atrocities there do not exist here. This woman is on bullshit with a capital B, and I know it's one word, but I'm capitalizing the S too, because she is on straight bullshit.
Why I said you weren't saying what I heard was not what you meant.
I think it's very different to live in the United States in 2025 than it is to live in Iran.
Not if you're black.
Not for everybody.
Not if you're black.
Guys, don't go to Tehran. Do not anyone at this table to go to Tehran.
Let me tell you about being in this country. This is the greatest country in the world. But yeah, I know that. And we all know that.
No, she doesn't.
But every day we are worried. Do we have to be worried about our kids? Are our kids going to get shot because they're running through somebody's neighborhood? They are not big deals.
You know, I'm the eldest of 4 boys. And my 2 younger brothers just below me, they went and lived with their dad over in Nashville, Tennessee when they were kids. They ended up getting taken away by the state because they decided they was going to join the Crips. So they both became gangbangers. And they used to joke about the Bloods, which is all black. Crips were essentially there was white and black in the Crips, but the Bloods were all black. They used to joke around about how they didn't ever have to really war with the Bloods over there because they were too busy killing each other off. So when she's talking about black kids running through neighborhoods, the wrong neighborhood, and getting shot or whatever, that I'm sure that does happen from time to time. I'm sure that is a reality that does happen, that does transpire. But to the frequency is what she is insinuating, does not. It doesn't. Just like you can check the numbers for cop killings and how many, what ethnic group the people are from primarily, and most people that are killed by cops are white. They're not black. Is it disproportionate with the blacks because they're blacks make up what 17%, 14 or 17% of the U.S. population, and a lot of them are incarcerated. A lot of black people are incarcerated or are getting shot by cops. I mean, there's a high number there with a low populace, so that's how it becomes disproportionate. But she's spouting total garbage, straight garbage.
And I don't mean to say they're not big deals to you, because that's
we're all
not
women,
what I meant.
and they are not doing well there either. They are not doing well in Iran. They are not educated. They cannot have property. They cannot leave
States. I'm talking about here.
Nobody wants to diminish the very real problems we have in this country. That is no one's intent.
Good.
But I think it's important we remember there are places much darker than this country, and people who deserve rights.
Not everybody feels that way. Not everybody feels that way. Listen, I'm sorry.
And see, here's what I'm talking about. Feelings. It's her feelings. It's talking about people's fucking feelings. Feelings are valid to the person, and I understand that, and I don't try to discount people's feelings unless they're incorrect, unless they are wrong. They're not based in reality. They're not based in fact. You can feel like a situation is dangerous and it not actually be dangerous, but that's how your feeling is perceiving it. People may feel like this country is super dangerous. It's because of the bullshit that people like her say. It don't matter. And there's white people do the same shit. There's brown people do the same shit. They just blow this crap out there that people just absorb and hoover it up because it feeds their anxiety, and they feel like they're at this precipice of darkness, and they're gonna be taken by the man. So they're gonna be killed by whoever. The white man, is the angry white man was, the mantra in 2020. I almost named this channel that. I almost did. I almost named this channel that. Because I am angry. I'm angry at this world because of the ridiculousness of it. The ridiculousness of this planet. And the BS that a lot of people are on.
When you think about the fact that we got the vote in 1965.
Okay, they don't have free and fair elections in Iran. It's not even the same universe. They can't go out of their house. The women.
You know what? There's no way I can make you understand.
Let me try something.
So yeah, look. She wasn't gonna listen to reason. She has her thoughts and her perceptions of how she thinks this country is. Even though she's a multimillionaire, she's made it. She worked her butt off, and I know Whoopi did. I know she worked her butt off to get where she's at. Her acting career, I've loved her acting career. I've followed it my entire life, but her as a person, she is mistaken. She's greatly askewed. There's an issue with inside of her. Now, I don't know if she's just so used to either living in fear or pushing fear. I don't know what her deal is 100%, because I don't know her personally. I just know what she displays for the world to see. And it's horrible. It's not good. It's not good at all, But I mean, there's a couple things I want to cover here before I close. And I have a solution. I have a solution for people who talk about things that they have no business talking about. and I'll share that too at the end of the video. But like I was saying, last year, 975 people were executed in Iran. You know how many people were executed in the United States last year? 25. 25 people were executed in this country. They were criminals. I think it said 11 of the 25 were of a minority group. Which there's been, massive debate of systemic issues with the legal system, stuff like that. Look, there are people that get wrongly convicted, no matter what color of their skin is. It happens. That's why a lot of them sit in prison for so long. I mean, the normal time on death row is 10 years. That's minimum is a decade. I mean, that's plenty of time to disprove and get your conviction overturned. Most of them have people working on that. They have their family members or whatever. If there's even a bit of reasonable doubt that they did it. But yeah, the executions, beyond executions, femicide cases surged. This is one of the things that just blows my mind in 2024. With 179 reported in 2024 compared to 55 the year before. Femicide, that's what I was telling you about, that they kill these women based off the fact that they're women. It's based off their gender in Iran. In addition, 125 journalists were prosecuted in 2024. 40 of them were women. Many reporting on human rights and women's rights issues. We are not the same. The United States of America. Everyone's like, oh, this country was stolen from Native Americans. Every damn piece of land on the planet has been conquered, seized, taken at some point in time. We're not special. This country isn't special. Native Americans aren't special. Was it chattel slavery? Still exists in some countries. Straight up slavery still exists in some countries. Not in the United States. Doesn't happen here. That's not reality. At least 108 Baluchi and 84, I guess that's, I'm Baluchi, I don't know, I'm probably butchering that, and 84 Kurdish prisoners were executed in 2024, representing 11 and 9% of the total, respectively. There's a thing where part of the femicide where widows are burned on a funeral pyre with their dead significant others, because in life they have no better place to go. That doesn't happen here in the United States. So for people like Whoopi and Sunny Hostin and anyone else that feels the need to just speak garbage at random and fearmonger people, I have a PSA to offer. Hope you like it.
Or, here's another idea that's going to be very controversial. You could shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Everyone does it. Now you can do it too. Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. Shut up. Shut the hole in your face. Like that. You can do it. Shh. Shut up. And shut the fuck up.